Before this video starts, I want to give a warning to anyone watching this video. This video will contain history of violence, death, and the abuse of children. Allegations are still current as of this very day. If that's something that mildly upsets you, now is the time to click off this video. If you get in too much trouble, you'll be shipped off to the Dozier school. That's the words told to kids in hopes to scare them into behaving, but little did they know the true intentions behind the school. In 1897, the Florida legislature passed an act to provide, and I quote, young offenders against the law of our state might be separated from older, more vicious acts. The Arthur G. Dozier School for Boys sits in the corner of the Florida Panhandle, nestled in a small city of Marianna. Opening on January 1st, 1900, it was claimed to be a strict program to get kids back on track. For 111 years, the reform school sat as a warning, as well as was once one of the largest reform institutions in the United States. You could get shipped off the Dozier school for as simple as dependency or disobedience, as well as something as severe as theft, murder, or grand theft auto. Orphans or kids that had nowhere else to go were also sent here, but as you'll soon find out, these children were better off anywhere else but here. They had been shipped off to hell. Reports as early as 1901 claimed to have children chained to walls, and while many horrible reports spanned for the next 13 years, little to nothing was done for the boys' quality of life. From lashings to beatings, sexual misconduct, and many missing children with mysterious deaths, the Dozier School is now accused of carrying out a long-standing of abuse, torture, and even murder. And as we're going to get into today, the story gets much darker. And now we're here, and this is different than anything I've ever did, by far. I don't even know how to begin to go over any of this, honestly. I don't even know where to begin, but if you saw the beginning of this video, you saw the real little rundown and history of this area, so I don't even know where to begin. I have no idea where to start. So it appears like a lot of this old stuff up in here is just tore down. This is already fucking insanely weird. Already have abandoned buildings right off the rip. This is crazy. This is actually pretty obscene. All these buildings right here are just left. They're just left to rot. I don't even know where to begin. I like, the history here is beyond comprehension at some points. I don't even know what the fuck to say. Or feel, for that matter. I have no fucking idea. But let me park and then I'll explain more, because that building is insane. So before I even begin to really explore this place, I want to make one thing very clear to a lot of people. This is no disrespect. This is zero disrespect or anything of the sort when it comes to this type of history here. And I want to pay like homage to it and give my respects and everything else, because this place is insane. This is fucking insane. In memory of the children who passed these doors, we acknowledge the tribulations and offer a hope that they have found some measure of peace. May this building stand as a reminder that we need to remain vigilant in protecting our children as we help them to seek a brighter future. Moreover, we offer the reassurance that we are dedicated to serving and protecting the youth who enter this campus and helping them transform their lives. The White House officially sealed by Florida Department of Juvenile Justice, October 21st, 2008. This place right here, this building of small proportions, was riddled with abuse and injustice, torture, and everything in between. As I explained at the beginning of this video, these children have went through so much shit. And I want to just... This place has a weird vibe, honestly. Has an insane vibe. This is probably one of the only videos where I'll actually cry for such horrible acts. And this is gonna be a long video. I don't even care if it's a long video. I don't care about the runtime. I don't care about nothing. I just care about giving homage to these people. So I don't even know where to begin. I'll just start by reading this. The Arthur G. Dozier School for Boys is also known as the Florida Reform School, Florida State Reform School, the Florida School for Boys, and the Florida Industrial School for Boys. Was a reform school operated by the state of Florida in Marianna, Florida, from January 1st, 1900 to June 30th, 2011. Children were sent to the school for serious crimes as well as minor offenses such as incorrigibility, I don't know how to say that, and dependency. As early as 1901, reports of abuse resurfaced of children being chained to walls and irons, brutal whippings, and involuntary servitude. Documents maintained by the school recorded over 100 deaths through 1960. Two staff and 98 boys ranged in age from 6 to 18, and found that the families were often notified after burial or denied access to their remains. In 1955, the Okeechobee School was opened to address concerns of overcrowding, where similar practices were implemented. In 2005, former students began publishing accounts of the abuse they experienced. Beginning in 2008, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement investigated 32 unmarked graves in Marianna campus in response to complaints lodged by former students.
I would go back to Vietnam tomorrow and serve in the jungles rather than go back one single day to the school at Marianna.
They asked me, Dad, how could you go through something like that all these years?
Today, USF researchers gave their final report to lawmakers on the 55 graves excavated at the Dozier School for Boys.
In 2010, the U.S. Department of Justice launched an investigation and found reasonable cause to believe a pattern of unconstitutional practice and violation of federal law had occurred. The school was closed in 2011. In 2011, the University of Florida, South Florida, began conducting research that included excavation, inhumanizations, and found a forensic team, and using a forensics team, ground penetrating radar and archaeological test excavations to detect graves. During the course of its investigation, USF excavated 55 graves at the Marianna campus. Confinement of the state of Florida for assuring that children placed in the care are protected from abuse and violations of fundamental human decency and morality. These kids were chained up, whipped, tortured, hog-tied, and sexually abused, and I'm gonna get into some of this today. I'm gonna show some of this place. I don't know what I can and can't access, stuff like that. But overall, before we even get into it, thank you for watching. I highly recommend looking into the history of this place, and I'm gonna skim through a lot of this stuff. You already saw the beginning of this video, so you know some of it, but the acts of atrocious violence and immoral behavior here is absolutely breathtaking. To start off, obviously the segregation was high during its peak, and African American boys and white boys were separated due to a bunch of stuff, but mostly the whole campus was segregated back in the day. And the problem with a lot of this is it became so bad. I went into this in the beginning, but like, again, they had bunks, and it was torture. It was torture. It was literally torture. Without a doubt, it was torture. It smelled so bad in the places that they literally, they took big fans to block out the smell. It was horrendous. So here comes the fun. We're gonna explore its grounds. We're gonna check some of this stuff out. a police station right up the road. I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble for doing this, I'll be honest, but if it is a worst case scenario, I will at least explain while I'm here and give some sort of feedback. So what you're seeing in front of me right now, this is the White House. They had ranking systems, and if you did too many bad acts when you first got here, or if you just did anything remotely wrong, the lower you went on that tier list, the more you eventually were warned that you were going to sent to the White House. Inside of this building right here, kids were lashed, beaten to near death, probably did die in here, and everything in between. These people, these kids were just fucking tortured. Like, there's no other way to put it. It's absolutely insane how much injustice was had here, and it's just so sad. It's monumentally sad. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna check out this building right here. I don't know what building this is. I'm assuming this is the main cafeteria area, and I'm assuming it's locked. It's not locked. All right. The vibes here are insane. I want to also point out right off the bat that a lot of these kids didn't ask to be here. Some of them were here for murder. Some of them were here for stuff that maybe they needed reformery over, but other times, not so much. You could commit the smallest crime or disagree with someone, and they'd lock you up here. This is such a scary vibe. What the hell was that? I don't even know how to feel about making this video. It's eerie. It's absolutely fucking pigeons. Pigeons. Every fucking time, it's pigeons. I'm gonna get my flashlight out. I'm gonna begin this, but let's do this. It's so weird because I did asylums here on this channel, and this still takes the cake as something much more horrible than anything I've ever did research for as for an asylum. I don't know what this section was. I'm assuming it's a little office space of some kind. You have like a little thing over there. Absolutely just sketchy place. And I'm assuming this is where they cooked the food back in the day. There's such an eerie vibe back here. I'm guessing this is where they serve the food. And I'm assuming based on how this is laid out, I'm assuming that in some proportions, a lot of these areas, like over that way, all around here, was once part of this little campus, the School of Boys. So I'm gonna just try to check out every building and see if I can get into anything. And then we're kind of gonna go from there. But I'm just looking around mostly, seeing if there is a sea, diving into the history and just exploring this place. Let's see what we can find. I wanna also make note that there's probably a lot more bodies out here of children that they haven't found or located. And I think that's absolutely terrifying. It's detrimentally horrible. So this is like the little emergency area, it looks like. You can just walk on through. Anyone home? This gives off such a freaky vibe. This is such a spooky place. There's the nurses' lounge up in there. It's the clinic area. So a lot of this stuff has been stripped clean. Super sketchy stuff though. Okay, so while I assume that that's the medical area, I have no idea what that is over there, that brick building over there. But I want to also point something else out for people to notice. They, for this place, they gave off labor jobs to people. Also for the kids. For one day, they go to school, and for the next day, they would rotate that with work. And they gave the white boys industrial jobs, and again, it's practically slave labor. It's child labor. They gave these kids jobs, and while they gave the boys brick making and all kinds of other industrial type of jobs, they gave the African American boys, the black boys, they gave them farm labor jobs. And you know, you see the inequality there, but I don't know what this place is. And I have a lot of ground to cover, so it's gonna be a day for sure. But it looks like all these buildings, or some of them at least, are abandoned. It's just so sad. It's so sad. I'm walking up inside here. The door's already off. I'm assuming this was also a area to eat. Maybe it was part of segregation as well. Not entirely sure. Now, what is this? Wrenches and tools. Check this out. All kind of wrench designs. This is all what looks like blueprints. Maybe this is the metalworking area. I don't know why it's chained up there like that. That's weird. But that's the least weirdest thing there is here. I don't know what this building was for, honestly. I'll do a lot more research. Okay, buddy. Fuck. Just a draft. But I would not be surprised. I'm not really one for believing in paranormal stuff, but I wouldn't be surprised if this place was haunted. At all. This is insane. I also want to say, the kids used to say there was some sort of underground area where they'd take the kids to blank them. Not going to finish that sentence. If that's the chow hall, which maybe it is, then let's see if we can find a back entrance of some kind that maybe goes up under it. So as I was saying last time, we're gonna make our way into the back area and down to the basement. I have no idea what's there. I absolutely have no idea what's there. Again, it's all blind reactions for the most part, but this is horrible. I don't have words. So when I was doing the research on this place, they said there was a way. They said there was a place where they took them down to the basement, and I'm pretty sure that's an entrance there, and there's an entrance on this side. But I want to see if there's a way to get from the building itself into the basement. You'd assume there was a way to get into the basement. You'd assume. In a perfect world here, you would assume. What are these buildings though? Bathrooms. Saw a bathroom. But I'm assuming this looks like something right here. Nothing of real value, but I know though for a fact there is basements down here somewhere. But I'm not sure if there's just a water duct or not. Or if maybe it was just like a boogeyman legend. It's a basement area. I feel like it's all just old nonsense. Still spooky. I don't know. They rumored that there was a basement entrance, but it could just been speculation. But from the way all the boys are talking about everything else, it doesn't really seem that way. It seemed like there was obviously something through here. I mean, even look how the ground is right here. And again, I must talk about the fact that there's probably still bodies here somewhere. Buried that they haven't discovered yet. So there's honestly no telling what's actually out here. Okay, so the next little area is probably right here. I'm gonna check this place out next. No idea what the significance of any of these areas actually are. I'm just kind of going as I go. But I imagine I'm probably leaving little note cards and details to set things. So hopefully there's no nails right here. I'm gonna right up in here. Okay. Alright, let's check this place out. I don't know what this place is either. Looks like there was some kind of mill of some kind. Well, not mill, production. Hey, look at this. This is definitely some sort of production over here. I mean, you even have the little, that big, I don't know if you can see that, hold up. You can even have that way over there. That's obviously clear as day. Part of production. I'm pretty sure all this was production. This is obviously some sort of industrial type of facility right here. Yeah, this is obviously where they made everything neat and perfect. They had assignments for everything. That's insane. And you got more production stuff back here. I keep hearing shit, but I know it's just an old building. Let's see who's back this way though. So next I'm gonna hit up these areas up in here. Kind of go door to door, so to speak. Look at these rooms. They're so old. And this is so strange to be in a place like this. So next is this building. No idea what's in here, if I'm honest. Shovel, fork, rake. They spelled rake wrong. Shovel, fork, hoe, and rake. Look at this place. Is this where old equipment was, maybe? I'm kind of eager to find the bunks, though. Nothing back that way. That is such a scary vibe. You can't hear anything in here. But let's go upstairs. You can't go upstairs. Oh, trust me, I'll find a way up. Right off the rip, I think I already found a place to get up, but the wooden boards are beyond horrible. It's not even, oh, that's not even accessible from there. Jesus Christ. This is probably going so bad. But there's probably an entrance on the front side of here. So oh my god. I'm gonna stick to this section. This is probably the top floor. No telling what was actually here back then. Is this unlockable? It is. This is such an insane place. I'm still think this is some sort of industrial area right here of some kind. But I want to know the significance of these. They're everywhere. They're absolutely everywhere. However, I'm not going to go into there for a number of reasons. It looks like it's occupied, and I don't really consider it abandoned. I consider it in the process of being refurbished. But we did that building, that building, that building, that building, these buildings here. Now let's do a ride around. I know there's some sections over there that I saw earlier that could be bunks and whatnot. So we're gonna check this out, but whew, Jesus Christ. It's so weird to think that back then everything was remotely different. Everything could be swept under the rug. And even today, there's still cases of stuff like this happening everywhere, and it's just swept under the rug. And it's just so wrong. It's so wrong. My heart goes out to every single person that ever had to endure any of this. It hurts. It hurts me because it's children. You know, it's like there's just children involved. It's not like it's mental patients in an asylum and they were being tested on. These kids were just abused and killed and everything else. But we have a lot of ground to cover. I want to find the cemetery. I want to find some more areas. So we have a lot of ground to cover. So everything up in here are cottages. We're gonna go here, 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 and just walk through and look. This is horrible. It's a blueprint right here. Hall, rec room, storage, shower, toilet. So I'm currently going to the client sleeping rooms. Youth prohibited. R.I.P. boys of the Dozier School of Boys. The thing is, I don't know if this is where the kids stay or not. It looks way too nice for the kids to stay. I'm pretty sure these are all housing houses. Which is just as horrible, if I'm honest. They got to live their little luxurious fucking lives, while meanwhile, everyone else just got to be tortured. So I'm checking out the colleges and stuff, but there's a building back over there. I don't know what that is. Could be anything. But I know that the kids pretty much built most of this shit. Even at least the brick part. Again, slave labor was high, practically. And I call it slave labor. It was child labor and servitude, but still present. And it's still practically the same thing. So I just found a map online. I'm gonna try to dig through some of this and see what I can see. Let's see what I can dig up. Okay, so the place I checked out earlier, probably can tell on the map, but I'll pull it up as a little thing. The place we just checked out with the big mill, that was a carpentry area. We're in some cottages, and also stretches over to the other side of the street, it looks like. So there's so much shit here. This is insane. This is crazy. I'm gonna keep exploring them. Really want to point this out. Way back there, I don't know if you see that white speck. That's a cop car. They're watching this place like a hawk. Oh, where the fuck is he at? I mean, if they pull me over, they can't get me for anything anyways, but this is so fucking wild. Whoa, dude. And there's someone over there too, checking that place out. This can't be illegal. Come on, man. That's a pretty nice fucking car, though. He's operating a drone. Actually, you know what? Let's see something. I want to ask him a question. Howdy, howdy. Drone footage? Shooting drone footage?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Do you happen to know where I'm assuming you're here just checking the place out? Yeah. Do you happen to know where all the the boys' dormitories and stuff are at?
I don't.
Yeah, there's no telling. This place is so unorganized. I'm looking around. I found a map online and I'm looking around and I can't find anything, so. Right. Yeah. I dig it though. I dig it. Yeah, keep up the work.
I was just passing through. I seen a little abandoned building here. I was like, yeah, let me stop.
But do you know what this place is? Oh man. So this is the Dozier School for Boys. It opened in the 1900s, like on the first day of January 1900, and it was over I think it closed 2011 maybe. Right. This place was pretty much this whole area. It spans this way and that way. It's this big, massive school for boys. If they were troublemakers or if the parents sent them out here. The building up there, there's it looks like a little. Like a chow hall little area, right. And if you look to the left of it to give you some more details, but it's pretty much just this horrible place where they tortured and killed a bunch of kids and buried them out back, and it was just a big, huge, abusive area out here. Oh, it is massive. I think these places are segregated back in the day too. But yeah, look into the history. It's insane. Yeah.
That's crazy. Maybe why the first pack didn't go so well.
Yeah. I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did. But I dig the drone though. Yeah, I was like, oh, maybe he knows where these places are. But
yeah, I don't know anything about it. I was just passing through.
Oh, look into it, dude. It's insane. Look into it for real. I had somebody text me a few days ago about it, and they were like, I explore abandoned buildings and stuff and travel a lot, so I passed through here, and I was like, I gotta check it out.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, good luck, man.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Thank you. Insane. Shit like that's insane. Alright, let's go across the street. Tell you what, I'm so glad I grew out of my shell over the years because, man, there's so much shit you can get with just talking to people. But yeah, he's shooting drone footage, so that's dope. That's real dope. Shout out to that random guy. An old church. Jackson County School Board Maintenance Office. What the fuck is this place? Alright, let's go up that way. I know there's something up in here. There's more abandoned buildings back that way. Oh my gosh. Looks like there's some kind of abandoned house right here. That's an old abandoned house. It's collapsed, probably nothing in it now. Insane. A lot of this place is old and left to rot, honestly. I mean, now this, however, looks sketchy, honestly. What the fuck is this place? Before I do anything else, however, I am going to take lunch for a sec. Before I check this place out, I'm going to look on the map and see what this is, but I'll get back to you when I finish eating, because I got to eat something. Okay, so just some digging. This place back here is still technically on the blueprints for part of the school, but most of this stuff's just been stripped clean, so there's no point in going for it, honestly. But, however, I think I'm gonna figure out the location of the cottages. I'm looking for this building right here, but I have no idea what it is and where it's located. So I'm just looking around trying to figure out the location of this place because I have no idea what's actually around here. The last thing we're doing before we end this video is at least locating the cemetery, but I have no idea where this building is, and overall this place is just absolutely insane. Okay, so open here, past that school, mini building, and then cemetery. So I'm thinking what I'm looking for is that way. Cool. Okay, we're back on track. I feel weird because I'm driving around beside these school buses here. So there's a building right there. There's another building right here, which all of them look... Is that the building now? I feel like that's the building. I mean, how do you even get up in there? That's definitely the boys' dorm room. Oh man. Is it that place? Or is it that one? I don't know. The one way to get out is just check, I guess. It's the only way to do it. So scared of stepping on snakes up in here. I 100% believe I will. I'm almost positive this is the boys' dorm room. At least there's somewhat of a clear walkway right here. Please no snake. Please no snake. Please no snake. Oh my god. It's a little chair right there. Look at the mattresses. Oh my gosh. What in the F? This is where all the kids were kept. This is insane. Black mold. Asbestos is everywhere. Oh my god. What the hell? This is insane. This is brutal. All the chairs and cabinets just left here. This is crazy. What's upstairs? Look at the old stairs. I mean, there's probably bunks up here, right? Even though it's mostly collapsed now. What the fuck? How? Ouch. I was gonna say this place gives me the heebie-jeebies, but now it just gives me pain. Fuck. That fucking hurt. Got it on camera though. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's check out the other building. Battery's on 31%. So if anything, list of the entrance is on the side right here. Man. Yeah, it's definitely on the side right there. My hand is bleeding, but it could be a lot worse. I can't even get back into there, can I? I mean, there's no telling what the fuck's up in here. I mean, I can't even get back there. So that road right there will lead us to the cemetery where all the boys are buried. So I'm gonna hop back in the car and drive down there and go check that place out. Such a spooky place. And this whole complex used to be just this big place for boys, and now it's just abandoned. But this road should lead us directly to the cemetery. Too bad I couldn't go back in there though. There's no telling what's actually in there. So Boot Hill.
following individuals have been positively and presumably identified according to the University of South Florida. Oh my gosh. Here, he rests unknown but not forgotten. Now, these are the unmarked graves. Such a fucking obscenely scary vibe. It's sad, it's just so sad. So my thing is, however, if the cemetery's there, if I go down and take a left, what is this area back here? It's that way. Let's figure out what it is. Most importantly, just rest in peace. Hopefully, if an afterlife does exist, they found a better place. It's a lot better than here, that's for sure. What the fuck is this? Looks like an old dorm. Oh, that's where they stick storage. Okay, that makes more sense. Am I driving on a fucking dude? Holy shit! Wait a minute. Oh my god. This is the graves. This is the unmarked graves. This is where the 40-something bodies was found. See the holes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dude, holy shit. This is where the bodies were. What the fuck? I'm bleeding. My eyes are burning. I'm sweating like crazy. Now, I think that's pretty much it for this explore. My overall thoughts on this place is that it stands as a testament to those that have been abused and killed for unjust reasons, especially children, and that this is a topic that you shouldn't take lightly. And there's so many things I wish I could say, and there's so many things that I wish that I could help prevent. But coming out here and seeing stuff like this and just visualizing it and seeing the atrocities that humanity has not only committed but has conducted for thousands and thousands of years, because this isn't a new concept. It reminds me of why I travel to begin with, to experience these eye-opening perspectives and just visualize the world through a different lens, because I had it so much better off than any of these people. And I think that's one of the reasons why I inspired people to try to go out there and travel, is because of shit like this. There is nothing more I can say besides I am sorry for all those that have lost their loved ones in a place like this. I'm sorry for the ones that went through this kind of hellscape of a place and managed to make it out alive. The survivors of abuse and torture and slaughter. And to those that stuck around this far, thank you for watching. I highly recommend looking more into this and checking this place out for yourself. If you're in the area, Mariana, Florida, or anywhere, if you even want to travel out to this place. What a crazy explorer. But I don't know what comes next as far as traveling. There's always something on my alley. But thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around so far. If you liked the video and you want to spread support, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe. Give me some feedback. I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers by the end of this year. So if you like this type of content or you liked what you saw here on this channel, consider subscribing. Anyway, I'm back on the road. I got some more traveling to do today. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay safe. Stay awesome. Keep traveling. Get out there and do something great. Most importantly, stay vigilant. And strive for a better world. I'll see you guys in the next video.